This is Kristen with Things with Faces, and I decided to try something a little bit different and do a little bit of a voiceover while you either follow along with what I'm drawing on screen, or you can grab your own sketchbook and pencils or markers or whatever you feel like. And I just figured we would get a little cozy and just hang out together. So yeah. I just kind of wanted to touch base and kind of talk about where my headspace has been since I'm officially a month in to being a YouTuber. And I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth. I never thought that it would be like a reality, I guess, for me. It was always kind of floating around in the back of my mind, and I just was always, if I'm being honest, like a little terrified of making videos, and I figured just dive right into it. And so that's just what I've been doing. But so far, I can't believe, like, I think I've got about 6 to 8 videos that are already up and in play, or are programmed or scheduled to launch in the coming week or couple weeks. And I don't know, I guess I just want to share my progress so far and kind of where I'm at. And if this is the first time that you're ever joining my channel, I am starting this on the side. I do have a 9-to-5 job as a graphic designer, and I have been really wanting to dive into just working on my illustration skills over the years. I started drawing when I was just a little girl, and I have just been feeling like I have this calling on my heart to pursue that. And I feel like always a challenge, because I have really great intentions with getting started and just jumping right into things. And then, especially being an adult, like, there's always adulting things that have to be done. And, especially with working, a regular day job, and I, have my own home. And so I, just have adulting responsibilities just like anyone else. So I always feel like my personal art always kind of falls at the wayside, which is sad, and I feel like as, when we're younger, we're kind of taught to dream and think big. And then as time goes on and evolves, like, I don't know, it just kind of falls at the wayside, right? So anyways, I just wanted to share where I'm at, and I'm officially, I can't believe it though, like I said, I'm a month into being a YouTuber, and I'm still working out the kinks and trying to figure things out, and trying to decide on what types of videos I'd like to share with you, and what types of content, I guess, and just, different perspectives with my journey. And because it's all new, I feel like I've been a little willy-nilly and a little bit all over the place a little bit. But as I was journaling last night, and I actually found myself really reflecting on what I have accomplished in the last month. And I just started jotting down between my art goals, and, I launched a video about, my word of the year, which is breakthrough. Because I've just been between work and personal, I've been feeling just not myself. And, I don't know, something in the last month, I think, with starting this channel and doing something new and kind of getting out of my comfort zone, and wanting to film and share different things that are important to me, especially at the end of the year and with goal setting. I definitely love to nerd out about that type of thing. And I guess my focus and my intention, aside from my art, was to actually kind of walk you through some of the processes and things that, like, tips and tricks that have kind of helped me propel my personal growth over the years. And, so if you haven't checked those videos out, feel free to check them out. They're up there. I know in the coming week, I think in about a week, I've got another video with projecting goals that are set out for the next 10 years. And I walk you through an entire meditation. I won't get into all the nitty gritty about that, but I created that video, so that will be coming. But I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but it was just last night I was sitting there in my thoughts, and if I'm being honest, I've been very busy with my day job, and knowing how busy I am, we're working on a rebrand, and my boss is really, utilizing my skill set and, my work experience. So she's, we work with an agency as well. So she's really leaning on me to help with this project, which is great. But it's also a lot when you're trying to pursue your own goals outside of work, right? And so I sat back and I was just journaling and really looking at the last month and just really putting things into focus, because I tend to be very hard on myself. And, when I feel like I'm not actually doing, as much as I think I should be at this point, or I should be further along, whatever it is, it doesn't necessarily have to be art related, but especially when it comes to my art, I can get really down on myself for feeling like either my skill sets aren't there, so I just feel like, I'm not good enough, or my work's not good enough, or it's just not how or where I would like it to be. And so I think that's what's been a little interesting with creating this channel, is having a completely different outlet, like between graphic design or illustration. The fact that I am filming and then editing video, when I'll be honest, like, I haven't had a video editing class since, my early days in college, which was over 20 years ago, which blows my mind. So when I think about those things and knowing the skill set I do have and where I'm at today and the things that I bring to the table, and then even knowing like how rusty I am in some areas, like I said, I know that I can be very hard on myself. And so taking a step back and journaling about it and really looking at the bigger picture and like the reality of what I actually have accomplished, I'm very pleasantly surprised. As part of that, I think like a few things or a few takeaways that have really helped me succeed, because especially with it being the beginning of the year, I know that, most people, they're like January 1st, they go guns blazing and want to work really hard and achieve all the things. And, they just, go full throttle right into the new year and think they're going to conquer everything in the first couple weeks. And then by the third week, they fizzle out completely. And, a lot of that, I've been guilty of that myself, in years past. But I think part of the reason why I'm feeling like happy and confident and just overall proud, like I'm going to just toot my own horn a little bit for a minute, which I don't honestly do very often. I think a big part of that is I went in with the intention of starting this channel before the new year. And the reason I did was because I didn't want it to be like the cliche of just, I'm starting in the new year and January 1st and that's it, because more times than not, because it's treated more as like a New Year's resolution than it is in fact a goal, that I almost wanted to detach myself from the quote unquote New Year's resolution of starting something new. So I forced myself, one was to start before the end of the year and to get going and just lean into it so that I didn't feel the pressure of, oh my gosh, January 1st hit. Oh my gosh, I have to do all the things and, like just freaking myself out, right? So the fact that, one, like I said, I started before the end of the year, I think has definitely helped like switch something different in my mind. But also two, I wanted to start this channel because I felt as though doing this for myself, yes, but also as I grow and build an audience who want to join and listen, I think this will help hold me accountable for something that's like bigger than myself. So I think that is another key component to this. And I mean, honestly, I've just been having fun with it. And the fact that I'm having fun, I'm just leaning into that because that is something that has been missing in my life for a while. And so I feel like I'm getting to tap into a little bit of creativity in a different format that I'm not used to working in. And that, I think, kind of getting outside of myself and what I traditionally do, I think has been another like key component to this whole like journey, this new art journey. So, and then my other part to this, I feel like, is I did a whole video, like I said, I mentioned about setting goals for the new year. And I think for the first, like I've heard this advice before from a lot of personal development speakers I listen to over the years. And I feel like it's been ingrained into my soul at this point because I've been listening to so much stuff and consuming so much information. But honestly, when they say set realistic goals. Not, this is what I want. I want to like, I want to conquer this massive goal. And you're thinking you're going to like achieve it in a matter of a month. No, like I'm trying to think of an example, but it's like, I always go to fitness because there's always a number behind fitness. It's like when people are like, I want to drop 50 pounds. And then after like the first month and they haven't lost 50 pounds and they're beating themselves up over it. It's like, but was that even a realistic goal? No, of course you're going to fall off the bandwagon if you think that you're going to lose 50 pounds in a month. So I think for the first time, especially with this, because it's art, I had to kind of go and treat this with a gentle approach. And, I know like there's people out there that do like, whether it's like a 30-day drawing challenge and drawing every single day. Well, if it's for me, like in my schedule, I work full time. I'm busy. I've got a place to maintain. I got groceries. I got laundry. I got just life going on. I have family. I've got all the normal things that most people have. And, those things take time for upkeep. So looking back, like, yes, could I draw every single day? Yeah, I'm sure I could figure that out and set some time aside. But is it actually going to be effective if I feel like I'm just rushing through it just to check the box? Probably not, right? I mean, I guess on some level, there's been, in the beginning when I started this channel, I was putting extra pressure on myself and was like, oh my gosh, I have to create art in every single video, and I have to, how am I going to fit sketching and doing all this stuff? And it's like, but is that realistic? No, it's not. Like, there's other things outside of that. So I'm going to reiterate this and really drive this point home. I think as artists, we have to figure out is there a schedule, or is there a way of thinking or creating a type of plan that is going to help us achieve our goals and either be more consistent and, build on those skills and talents, over a period of time. Like, what is realistic to you? And I think that was something that I really kind of had to sit with and figure out, okay, well, in a perfect world, I would love to sit back and to draw every single day and create all day, every day. That would be fantastic, because it's honestly, when I actually get in that creative flow and start drawing, like, nothing else matters to me. I feel like I just go in this, it's almost like a meditative state for me. So I love that. If I could just sink into that every single day and then drown out like the outside chatter, that would be amazing. But is that realistic? No. So I am giving myself grace, and I'm setting maybe certain goals for how many videos do I think is doable to post in a month. And then like thinking about that, and then kind of planning backwards from there. Like, okay, well then if I know, let's say I want to create like 2 videos a month and have them scheduled out every 2 weeks, I think that's pretty realistic. That's just me. So to me, that's okay. Well, there's 12 months in a year, times that by 2, 24 videos in a year. Well, I've already gotten in the first month, there's already, I don't even know how many videos are actually up and running. I want to say I have 6 or 7 videos that are posted already, and I already have another one kind of on the back burner waiting to launch. So I know it's all going to depend on me and what my expectations are and how much do I want to produce. And I don't want to just produce videos either that aren't great or nobody's going to care to watch. Like, I would actually like to put more intention behind them and maybe add some different flair to it, create something with a different style that shows more personality and the things that I want to create. So those are the things that are kind of brewing in the back of my mind as I'm working on this. So yeah, I wanted to kind of share though where I was at and what I've accomplished in this time period, because I feel like I watch a lot of different artists and I watch a lot of different videos that are out there on YouTube. And I mean, some artists I've been following for years at this point, and I've just watched them on their journey and I've watched them grow, and I've just been very inspired to see their process and how they've gotten to where they are today. And I'm excited to see where they grow and flourish into the future. And I don't know, I'm really looking forward to and hoping that maybe I can do the same to somebody else. And I don't know, that's just, I think, something that would be really fantastic. And just, I don't know though, I can't think of the right word for that, but I think that would just really touch my heart if I would be able to do that for somebody else. Because I know how it's felt for me to watch and get inspired by some of these other artists, and I don't know, their vulnerability to put themselves out there in different ways and share their techniques and things they've learned along the way, and just kind of really being trailblazers for the rest of us, right? So I don't know, I would kind of love it for it to come full circle someday. And yeah, but yeah, I'm just kind of having a little moment. But yeah. So anyways, I just wanted to share some thoughts and some feelings and kind of where this month has taken me so far, and kind of circling back a little bit too about like some realistic expectations that I've set. Moving forward, I do plan to have more like actual art related videos in here and sharing like some of my like drawing, and I want you to see the video, or excuse me, I want you to experience my journey along with me with what I'm creating. And I know in the beginning it's going to be very bumpy. I'm just trying to work on, my illustration skills and just drawing again. So I'm going to do a little bit of traditional between just regular old, pencil and paper and doodling in my sketchbook. And then over time, depending on if I find, that I'm like, oh, I really like the sketch, then I'll try to take it into my iPad and draw on my iPad and work on that skill as well, because I feel like that's been one where I get really rusty. Like if I'm not drawing more frequently inside of the iPad, just like any other skill, whether it's traditional mediums or digital, even as a graphic designer, I still feel rusty with things happening at work when I'm pulled away from not designing too much. And I'm sure a lot of it, again, is in my head and all that too. But anyways, I wanted to say thank you for listening and thank you for joining. And I hope that some of what I've said either resonates with you, or I don't know, maybe gives you a different perspective to think about with your art journey. And yeah, so thank you again. And if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you checking this out and giving me a chance. And I'll see you later. I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. All right, you take care. Bye-bye.